when you are designing databases. So the default table has nothing in it. It has just the ID field. So all you need to do is you switch to view. Once you switch to view, you switch on to the design view. And here you can actually give a descriptive name to your database. Okay. So I'm going to close this so that we switch to the one we have been
Wait,
working on before now.
you're weak.
Will I wait?
You're weak. Should I still wake you up at 3?
Hello,
Okay.
I'm recording. If you are talking, you're wrong.
GB, Mike.
You can
GB, your mic is on.
mute your microphone, please. Okay. So yeah, you can see that we've created some databases. So all you need to do is, if you already have a list of databases in the recent file list, you select it. So this is the one I'm using, the one called sales. So your database should bear the name sales. So when you go to the new database or blank database, click on that field and type the name of this database, sales. Okay, that is what I am doing. So once you do that, you will see that part of the table like this, which I just showed you. You have this. Okay. So all you need to do is switch, just like I said before, switch to design view. So from here, type the name of this table. Okay, the name of this table that I want to create first is called products. Okay, type the name here and click OK. We already have products, so I'll just call it two. All right, don't call your own two, leave it as product. So once you click OK, it generates this for you, and you have this blank description here with only the first field, which is created for you already, ID field. Now, this ID field, we can rename it if we so desire. We can call it anything, like we can call it a product ID. Okay, you can just type products dot underscore ID. So here I want you to change the name of this, the data type rather, to short text. Change this to short text. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to make use of this, just like I told you, I already have something designed. So just to describe the first field for you, I'm going to open products. The table I need is called product, this one here. Okay, so I want to use the data I have here. So I will switch to design view, product ID, just like we have designed, select short text for data type, product name, short text, color, short text, price, currency, tax, select number for that for now, full description, let long text. Okay, what's different? Short text is about 25,000 characters, and this one is about 69,900 characters. Maybe it's more than that now, but I think. Okay, so if you are done with this, fine. The other table you need to create is called customer, but for now we don't need that. We just want to demonstrate the practical task with this table. So now once you are done, click save, then you switch back to datasheet view once you are done. So you're back here, or you simply double click, or you simply click on, if you are here, if you are here initially, let me just go back. Once you click on this icon, it switches you back to datasheet view automatically. So here now you have your data you need to enter, you have them here. Now, make sure that these fields, the field names are physically visible here. Okay, they are visible here. You must make sure they are visible. Like they could be like this initially. So all you need to do is to go to the edge of this, double click here. Okay, come here, double click. You can see that it snaps into place based on the length of the field name. Okay, also double click here. Okay, so this one too may initially be something similar to this. So double click here, right? Once you double click this way, you have the entire field showing clearly. All right. So enter this data, please. This one, I just use this one to demonstrate for the other class, this field. Let's leave it blank for now. Okay. So once you are done entering this, just click save so that you save the data into that table called products. This other table is called product. This one, this product two, I don't need it. I can just right click on it and click delete from here. So I'm going to have something. Product two. It's not going to delete it because it's active here. So let's close this from here. I don't want to save it. I want to remove it completely. So close. So I've closed that. I can now delete it from here. So just in case you have several tables that are useless, you have to remove them from a database. So having done that, we have the table. Now, I believe you are done with entering of this data. So I want to move on now to the task of the day. The idea is once we have a big database, we want to be able to search for our products within the database. Like if you want to search for items, okay, we can use the product name to search, for instance. Okay. But we said that if you don't index, it will still search, but if you have a very voluminous database, it may be slow. You need to make things faster for your users. And I want to quickly tell you one thing. Please mute your microphones. Here, please note this. Here, since this one is the primary key already, let's check from the design view. We'll see the primary key clearly. See here, this key signifies that this is the primary key. At the point of setting this as primary key, whether by the database engine or by you, anything you set as primary key automatically becomes the, the search key, the keyword for your index table. All right, let's see now. We have not created our index. We intend creating one. So let's go here. Yeah. Now look at this. Already, let me delete this because I've used this before for demonstration. That's why it's showing. Now, if for the first time you open this, you're going to see that the primary key, you're going to see that the primary key is automatically set as our index key here, the index key, the keyword. So this is the field name, right? For product ID, which is our primary key. We did not set this. The database engine automatically sets this index for us, this keyword for us. Why? Because it's primary key. Okay, so it's designed to do that. Now we're going to, what if we don't want to use the primary key? For instance, let me demonstrate something for us here. Because in our cases that must you know the primary key before you search for something? The answer is no. For instance, if I want to search for a student in the database engine, in a student database, I don't have to use your admission number to search. I can use that. Okay, I can swear use your name. If I use your name, if two persons are bearing the same name, if two persons are bearing the same name, if two persons are bearing the same name, it means all these names will be displayed. Okay, everything will be displayed. Okay, if we use the name if we index on the name. But if you want to search based on the field number or field the key field, it will be so unique. It will bring only the person's name. All right. So I said I will demonstrate something using a popular site that some of us know, Conga. Look at it here. So if I need a product like Lenovo, okay, I don't have to know I don't have to know the product ID or product code of the Lenovo I want. If I know the Lenovo I want, if I walk into a physical store, I can point at it or I can ask for their catalog. They will give me a catalog. But if I'm going to use an online database like this one, am I going to send a message to Conga? Please send me your catalog for your laptops. I wouldn't do that. Definitely not. You want to search for Lenovo generally. Okay. Once you search using the name Lenovo, definitely there will be duplicates. Okay. Look at the brands of Lenovo we have here. Okay. So let's just assume that you have seen one. Please mute your microphone. Why are these people like this? Is this person part of our class? It seems clear that the person is even watching a sports channel. Let's continue. Please let's be civil when we are here. All right. Lenovo. When we type the word Lenovo, it's going to give us all the products in the database, as we can see. We can now choose what we want. Okay. But if we know the product ID, we can search with the product ID and it will give us a unique value. For instance, let's just click this and see the product ID for this. If you check this, you'll see the product ID. Look at it here. This is the product code. Okay. To be unique for this product. All right. So when designing the index, the database engine must have indexed on this code automatically because this is no doubt this is the primary key for all the products. Okay, for this particular product, this is the primary key. So if I search based on this particular key, I won't have several products showing the way we are seeing it here. Okay, you can see several products because we have duplicates. We searched without the primary key. Okay, so do I need the primary key before I can search? The answer is no. That is why we need to create something that users can use. So now I want to search with that code. Let's search with that code and see. Now look at, I've searched with this code. It's giving me only this particular product. No duplicates. All right. We're going to see how we get this done in our database. All right. So let's switch back to the Access database now and see how this is set up. The first instance, I searched with Lenovo, which is the product name, which most users will definitely do since they don't have your product code. Okay, so how do we set that? Go to product here, product name, you select this, all right, and then go down to feed properties, as you can see here, feed properties, then come here and select the general tab. Now within the general tab, although it is selected by default, within the general tab, you go down to where you have indexed. You can see indexed here, this one here. So once you select this indexed option here, you will see the drop down button right here. If you can't see this drop down button, it means you have not selected that field. So click on this and then click on yes, duplicate OK. Because we are using product name, which is not the primary key, you will definitely expect duplicates. When you search with product name, you can have several products with the same name, just like we saw in that database. Okay, if I search the student information system, which we use for grading your result, if we search, for instance, EduPage, if I search with a surname like Okafor, I can have several Okafors within the database. Okay, and this is what was set up. Duplicates can exist in such a case. So you click yes, duplicate OK. All right. Definitely the one that was set for product ID, that is the index on product ID, we never have duplicates. Okay, look at it. I've selected it now. See, it's already set up by the database engine automatically. Look at the option. Say yes, no duplicates. You can never have duplicates when indexing is done on the uh, primary key. So because we are doing it on name, we can have several products having the same name. Okay. So this is important because users we want to search with what they can connect with. All right. So Now that we want to set this, we are done. We are done actually. So once you do this, let us check. You can just save it so that it becomes part of the table. Now, how do you check this? Look at this under show hide. You see this icon called indexes. It says display the list of fields on which the table is indexed. Okay, so let's click on it. Now look at it. The first one that the database engine created for us, primary key, product ID, ascending. So it is indexed on product ID, as you can see. That was the first one, product ID, right? So clearly we can see it here, product ID. Let me expand this so that you can see it clearly. All right. The one we just created, which is the single field index, which we did, is this one here. All right. Product name is the name of the field. So this is the index name, right? So you can see the properties. Primary, is it primary key? The answer is no. Is it unique? No, which means when you type using the product name, you can have duplicates. Several instances will show up. You can now select what you want from that list. Okay. All right. So let's close this. And you already know how to design a form. You save this. Let's switch back to our datasheet view, and we are here. To create a form, you go to create, you click on form wizard. Okay. Now we need all the fields. Since we need all the fields, we select this. If you want to select the fields one after the other, you use this one, this button here, one at a time. But you want everything once, just click on this and all the fields are selected for your form definition. So next thing, click on next and select an option for your layout. The first option is okay, click next. And then here, click on modify the form design and click finish. Okay, this we have done before, so it's not strange. You have practiced with this before in SS2. Okay, so right here, because we are designing, we selected the option design, we can do a lot of design to our form. You can double click this and change the name. Okay, you can just call it my store database or store DB, for instance. Okay, so you can adjust a whole lot of things here. You can select this and change the color, for instance. If you go back to home and say, okay, you want to change the color of this, add images or logos to your stuff at the top there. Okay, you can decide to actually do Control A and select all these items here. I've just done Control A, all of them are selected, and I can define a unique color for all of them at a go. Okay, can define color for all of them. Now I've selected the color. So a whole lot can be done from this. If you go to design view, you will definitely see a whole lot of other options that you can apply to your database. All right. Having said that, how do I ensure that I see this in real form? This here now you can't enter anything. This is the design view. So to switch to the form view, just click on here and click on form view, and you have the items. So here we are. The first item is this particular one. That is our Lenovo 234, and the second item. If you click on next, you'll see the next item. Excuse me, please. All right, let's continue. So this is the next item. Now, if you click next, that was the last one. So you can actually add a product for yourself here. If you have another brand of Lenovo, for instance, I can type it here, Lenovo Yoga. I use this tablet. Okay, so, oh, sorry. This is the name. Let me remove it from there and put it here. Let's call this, let's give it a, you can see we can type into this field because we set it as text. If we had fixed it as auto number, it will automatically number it for us, but we don't want to allow that. It depends on you, it depends on the database you are designing. So I give this one 1004, and I want to define the color. Let me call it oh, that would be ugly. Let's call it ash. Okay, and the price, the number of products can be expensive. Let's put 120. Okay, tax. Let's put this up. Okay, we can manually enter tax. We can as well do it as calculated to calculate based on the price. Okay, we'll see that later. I believe you know how to do that too. Okay, so let's just put something there for this demo. So description, you now type a lengthy description here because we set it as a long text. You can type a whole lot of things. This product is blah, 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 blah. So as much as you can type. All right, so we are done with this. So we'll save this and okay. So if a user wants to search for products within your database, it's easy. The user will simply need to come to, sorry, let me drag this away from here. Just come here and type Lenovo. You can see as I type Lenovo, it's bringing one Lenovo product out there. Okay, but if I want to use the unique key, like Lenovo 1004, you can see this one is out. Okay, so you can as well design this into a form that users can search for. That will be all for today, gentlemen. So I'm going to, if you are yet to send the word, so what do you need to do for me? Create something similar. Make sure you do something similar and send the screenshot of this and the screenshot of the table here for me. All right, that will be all. Stopping here. I'm saving the data for, okay. Gentlemen, that will be all. Make sure you do a screenshot, do the 2 screenshots and send to me on EduPage.
So when are we sending it?
So how do we get it?
I said EduPage. Oh,
So when are we sending it?
send it today.